I mean, should I give a fuck? Should you give a fuck? I mean, it seems there's just, every time I move forward in life, I just find more reasons not to give a fuck. And I don't want your opinions in the comments saying, oh, you should give a fuck, this is how things go. Let me get this straight. Let me get this across before you take what I'm saying too literate. Hence, you shouldn't give a fuck. Anyways, anytime you try to show, tell, explain someone or people and articulate a thing, explain something, people are only going to see what you're saying in their perspective, and they are going to take it what they see in their perspective. And they're gonna have, this is the way this works. They're gonna have a voice in their head that says, well, my life is this way. That information doesn't work for me. You're stupid type shit. I just want to get that across before I start talking. What works for me might not work for you. And I just don't give a fuck anymore, because that seems to work the best for me. And I just don't understand why people give a fuck so much. If you could just not care, it'd just be so much easier. I know I'm young. I'm 20 years old. And I know right now I'm not experiencing a lot of life because I work my ass off, long hours. I'm doing 50, 55, at least 50 hours a week. 3 hours minimum of probably 4 hours max of at home time. Basically 3 because you got to go to bed. But anyways, coming straight to the point, I just wake up. I don't give a fuck, because what is there to care about? I mean, as a male, I really don't, I just don't have I don't give a fuck. I live in solitude, peace, and contentment. And I don't know, people are so, and I run into it all the fucking time because I don't give a fuck. They're like, you need to show more appreciation. You need to be more respectful and have gratitude and show respect for where you're at. Well, I come from the trailer park. Everything I got, I work for. And I'm grateful for that, but I don't need to, I'm a real person. I don't go, yeah, no. You need to show appreciation and enthusiasm. Enthusiasm? I don't enjoy life. And I don't like what I'm saying, but I really, this is just me talking to myself, honestly. If you want help, I'm not here to help you. I'm just here talking to myself because I have nothing else to do, really. And I decided to post it. If you want to go for help, if you want advice, click off the video. Enthusiasm. My job is not, any job, there's no such thing. There is no such thing as job security and work and get the 401k, have a nice house, have a nice wife, the American dream. It's all bullshit. They call it American dream for a reason, because you got to be asleep to believe it. The houses are insane right now. Rent is insane right now. I might as well just go live in the fucking woods. But then again, now I can go live out in the woods. Well, now you're some crazy guy. Oh, he's living out in the woods. Now he's a crazy guy. I don't care. So for that aspect, here I am going through aspects and why I don't care. So the first aspect of what you think of me, I don't care, and I feel as if no other person should care, because it is hard as fuck, and these society pressures that society puts on us is just insane. And it's actually it really is a parasite, and it's just a parasite. It is so stupid. It is actually retarded. It is actually retarded. I can just go live out in the woods, hop off the trail, get in my truck, work part-time, and go eat some food. Oh, now you're a bum. Now you're a bum. I don't care. What do you want me to do? Work? I mean, right now I'm working 50. I've been doing it for about a year. Years, actually. At this job, I've been at it for a year. But the last job, it was just, 40. It was a lot easier. But now I'm working my ass off even more now. It's just racking up cash, not spending it. And I still find myself going, the money I have that I racked up from not spending anything is actually useless. I am still a peasant. Do y'all see where I'm going with this? I am still a peasant. I still can't, I could purchase like a ghetto house. I could go purchase a ghetto house and live out in the hood, but then, now I have no money and now I'm in the ghetto. I'm not going to do that. So I just don't care. I really don't give two fucks. At the end of the day, I see it as you're only a cog in the machine. You're only a rat in the cog in the machine. And the banks don't even see you as human unless you pay a mortgage and you fucking pay whatever, pay this, and just have to pay. I could literally live off $0 if I wanted to. I have the skills to hunt for my own food. And if I don't want to hunt for my own food, big deal. $200 a month, $300 a month of food is literally it. Food, it would be my only expense. I could literally chill. I am not a human to the banks, to the system. I am literally like the guy that you don't want to talk to if you want to make some money, because I'm not a fish. You can't catch me. You really shouldn't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. oh, well, you can have a girl and get you a wife and have some kids. I don't want a family. I really don't. I don't want a family at all. If I have kids, I now know I am not going to be able to parent those kids. Those kids are going to be brainwashed by the fucking social media, brainwashed by the school system. The school system is stupid, does nothing. The school system is a parasite on your child's creativity, critical thinking. It is a parasite right now. So I don't want kids. I'd like to have kids if this world is a nice place for kids, but quite frankly, this place is not a nice place for kids. It's a Gucci belt wrapped around a ghetto town for kids is what it is. It looks nice, everyone's all happy, and they have no idea that it's all a trap for the majority of people. For the majority of people, it's a trap. Go to college, get a degree for a kid, get a degree for a job that's hard as fuck to find. Get a degree for some job that's not hiring at all, like $60,000 in debt now. And actually, in order to get the job, it is available, but it's in a major city type shit. Well, now since you live in a major city, your rent or mortgage payment is like $2,000 a month minimum. And then everything is just expensive. It's crowded. It's noisy. Bullshit. It's just bullshit. It doesn't matter what you do. I figured out of all the jobs I've worked for, I've worked 10 different jobs, which is amazing for my age. I am starting to look into that and see what the problem is on that. But the amount of jobs, the 10 jobs I've worked at, I realized it doesn't matter what fucking job you work at. It doesn't matter how hard it is. Your happiness and your stress level is all determined by just you. I am literally working the hardest job I've ever worked in my whole entire life. The hardest, I'm having the hardest, well, not really, but it looks like I'm having physically the hardest time of my life, but really up here, no. And physically, I mean, I feel I have no limits physically for right now, but I'd pass out before I would. I'm the type of person to pass out before quitting, but I realized it doesn't even matter. I just don't care. It doesn't even matter how hard. It doesn't even matter. All that determines the happiness is you. I don't care because I realized there's no such thing as a dream job. There's no such thing as a dream job. You go work a job. If you do something repetitively, it will get boring. That's just how life is. Okay? And a lot of times things get boring, and so you stop doing it, and then you do it again. Well, with a job, you have to go at least whatever you're scheduled to, and you can't pick. So there's no such thing as, don't come in the comment section and be like, well, some jobs are less harder, and it's really about picking the job that's less hard. Okay, you're right. I still don't care. I realized it's not about picking the job that's less hard for the most amount of money. It's not about the least frustration for the most amount of money. That's what I used to think. I was like, just do the least amount of work, the least amount of frustration for the most amount of pay. And I thought I had it. And then I realized it's all up here. And I am more happy than I've ever been. And I've been working the hardest. It doesn't matter. In order for that shit to happen, though, you have to just not care. This is why I don't care. If you care so much about these little things that society cares about, and I'm not going to get into that because everyone's different, but trust me, whatever you care about is not that big of a deal. Trust me. Like, how do you know what you know is correct? Why do you care so much? Like, first, I never really actually cared because I always had a thought in the back of my head that was like, how do I know that what I have been taught is correct? Because it seems to me what I have been taught is a product of the school system, and really for the majority of people, you just work until the day you die. Really, if you think that's not how it is, that's what they want. They want you to work till you die, basically. They're going to tax the shit out of your 401ks. Social Security is not enough for the amount of inflation that's going on. So forget about Social Security. I mean, it's common sense. If you don't work, you don't get Social Security anyways. And then the Social Security and the 401k that are going to get taxed or already being taxed, but the Social Security or whatever, that's not going to be enough for the inflation you had to work to get, but it's not going to be enough. So you have to keep working for the average job, for the amount of inflation that's going on. Like, the side hustle is going to be the new norm. The work 40 hours a week and then do a second job part-time is actually already the new norm for people that are living paycheck to paycheck and pay too much because they care. They care about what people think of them. So they got this fancy ass car. They care about comfortability. They care about all kinds of stupid shit that society has ingrained on us since we were little and young, and it really doesn't matter at all. Yeah, I just don't care. I just there's no point of caring, really. Karen and Karens, if you notice, Karens are the most miserable people. You got the Kyles, the married Kyles. Nothing but missionary sex and minivan life. Minivan for the kids and missionary sex and maybe a blowjob 3 years ago in the Walmart bathroom. And then you got the Karens. They're miserable because they care so much. I don't care about the fucking news. Oh, I need to look at, well, you should know what's going on in the economy. If you don't know what's going on in the economy, you could get effed up real bad financially or some fucking shit. I don't give a fuck. This is the only thing I look at the economy is the price of gold, because historically, every time the price of gold rises, the dollar rises, or the price of shit rises. My bad. That's it. That's all Gold is at an all-time high. The last time I checked, it was $3,100. And I am surprised no one is in the fucking parking lots at Walmart shooting each other up for food. I really am. I am surprised the middle class isn't running around the streets scavenging for food. I don't know what's going on. But mark my words, when the gold hits 3,500, 3,700, you will see Uncle Tom, Karen, 65-year-old Joe getting out of the house to walk to the grocery store because he can't afford gas with an AR-15 strapped on his back. Yeah. Do not be surprised when you see that shit. Be like, oh, here we go. Because right now, your stupid-ass president, Donald Trump, and yeah, I'm a conservative, and yeah, I mean, I don't care about politics, but your stupid-ass president or whatever, I don't know how the system really works, and quite frankly, no one really fucking does. How the hell can you say you know 100% how the system works? I'm telling you, narcissism is in everybody at spectrums. You got low narcissism and high narcissism. You got autism and then Down syndrome. Everyone's on a spectrum. If you're in the middle, you're good. But as far as on the narcissism scale, when it comes to fucking politics and how this world works, nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about. So I can't listen to nobody. Because quite frankly, no one knows what the fuck's going on. People are like, oh, the prices are going to raise, but it's all going to be good. And then you got people going, well, Trump's going to save us all. Do you not look? Just look at the price of gold. Look at it raising, you dumb fuck. Just look at it raising. And you can see Trump ain't going to save your ass. So no, I don't give a fuck about the news. I don't give a fuck about the economy. I could care less about the economy right now. My max expense, my max bill is $200. I give zero fucks. And your max bill should be as least as you can. The least amount of participation in this fucked up society. Because the more you have to spend, the more you got to work, the more you got to participate in this machine. And it's not for you. It's not made for you. It's made for the people that are asleep, that think they know what's going on, but quite frankly, really don't. Well, you need to be you're so mad. I know what you're thinking. Well, you're who broke your heart? You need a girlfriend. I don't know. I just want to stay single, protect my energy, really. I really don't want a girlfriend. I don't want a wife. I really don't want kids. I already explained that one. I sure as hell don't really, it's not, the majority of women want you to provide. I'm not there for that. Sorry. I'm not going to be Big Daddy with the house. I'm just not. It's just a trap. Right now it's a trap. I can't go get a house. Unless I'm going to get a house to sell it, yeah. But sorry, baby, for now on, we're going to be homeless to make this money. Okay? Because I'm just not participating in the system. I'm protecting my energy. But that was a good talk. And I hate to be negative, but just kind of a reassurance, just thought I'd spread myself, have a little talk. Good talk though. Peace.